Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the featured contracts. And today's contract, Home Invasion, set in Dartmoor. And the contract ID is currently up on the screen for anyone who wishes to have a go, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Warsaw 44. So today's briefing, there isn't one, so let's just say that the Carlisles have been so naughty that they need eliminating again. So today we have 5 targets available to us, 3 of the Carlisle siblings, Mrs Carlisle herself, and the family lawyer. There is only one exit available, and we cannot be spotted by the non-existent cameras. So for this challenge we will be starting behind the mansion. We will have a lockpick stored at the greenhouse, a remote gas grenade in a briefcase, some coins, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to crouch down and make our way towards the greenhouse and into the bushes here. We're going to select our coins and throw one into the bushes opposite us. That should get the attention of the guard you can see off to the left there. And when he comes in to investigate, we can then get behind him. We're going to render him unconscious. We're going to collect up our coin, his gun, and his outfit. So there we go, everything nicely collected. We're now going to go and retrieve our lockpick from just behind the greenhouse here. And then we're going to make our way to the pond and retrieve the wrench on the edge of the pond. Just be aware of the enforcer off to your left there. We're then, once we've got all that, going to make our way into the greenhouse itself using our lockpick. We're going to collect the boat key from the table just to our left here. That's our only exit, is the boat. So once we have the boat key, we're going to approach the apparatus at the back of the greenhouse. We're going to repair it with our wrench, collect up the 2 poisonous flowers, and make ourselves some lethal poison. So if you haven't already guessed, we are going to be poisoning 2 of our targets at the very least. And from the gas grenade, you can reasonably assume we're going to drown a 3rd. So once we have our 2 poisons, we're going to take said gas grenade out of our briefcase and return it to the briefcase. That will then activate the gas grenade and give us the remote. So from the greenhouse, we are going to make our way towards the mansion. Although we can't go in as a security guard, we are a grounds guard, not a house guard. So we're going to make our way past this waiter having a cigarette, select our coins and throw one into the bushes. That's going to get the waiter's attention, and when he goes in to investigate, we can render him unconscious. There we go. So we're going to collect up once again our coin, our briefcase, and take his outfit. And we can now move around the mansion itself relatively freely. There are quite a few enforcers around, but we can avoid them. Now I should point out at this point that I haven't really practiced this very much. I kind of had a rough idea of what I wanted to do when I went in. So I am sort of winging it along the way, which kind of messes the timing up. The method works, but the timing could be better. So once we're into the mansion, around to our left into the music room, we're going to poison the glass on the piano. And our target for that room is currently engaged in a phone call, which takes a little while. So we're going to run through the meeting room and into the safari lodge and poison the glass on the table here. Now just be aware, between these 2 rooms in this corridor there is a enforcer. Now I'm using the map to make sure I know where she is. So once we've poisoned the second glass, we're going to retrace our steps back to the music room or the dining room, whichever you want to call it. It has a piano and a dining table, so it could possibly be either. And we're just going to wait here now for the first of our targets to finish his phone call and make his way over to the piano and sample his nice coffee. So that's target 1 down. If we're quick, we can once again retrace our steps back through the meeting room, being aware of the housemaid who just saw off to your left there, and we can make it back into the Hunter's Lodge safari room and see our second target go down. Now, as you know, this is somewhat unnecessary for you. You don't need to do anything to return once you've poisoned the glasses. Those kills are effectively done with. You can just move on. For the purposes of the video, I decided to stick around and watch. So once our second poison victim has subdued to her coffee, we are going to select our gas remote and we are going to approach the youngest of the Carlisle siblings in the hall room. Now, unfortunately, as I mentioned, my timing is really off, and he's just started a conversation with an enforcer. So we're going to have to wait for that conversation to play out. And again, alluding to my lack of practice, I was unaware that after that conversation, the enforcer is going to come right to where I am hiding. And even now will still spot me if I stay here. So we're going to go around, so we give him a nice wide berth. Be aware of the butler as well in this area, but we can make it back to the youngest of the siblings here, trigger our gas grenade and make our way towards the bathroom, which is just behind us and off to the left. We're going to wait right here for our target to catch up. He's not feeling very well, so he's not moving very fast, which is saying something for this game. So once our friend here makes his way to the toilet to be sick, we can then drown him in said toilet, and that gets rid of him. So that is 3 down, 2 to go. And next on our list is the Lawyer and Mrs Carlisle. Now at this point, I had the plan of blowing them both up. So I am going to make my way to the kitchen and I'm going to retrieve both of the propane cylinders in the kitchen. Now I do actually change my mind when I get up to the lawyer, and you'll see why. But it doesn't matter because you don't have to use the propane. You can just shoot both of your targets in the head if you so wish. So we're gonna, once we have both of our propane cylinders, make our way up to the first floor via the main stairs around to our left. I'm just gonna stop here quickly because of the enforcer on patrol. We're going to lockpick our way into the bedroom ahead of us here. There we go. And this will lead us to the secret entrance to the lawyer's office. We're going to take all of our stuff into this secret area. And we're just going to drop our propane cylinder and our briefcase in this area. We're going to select our coins. We're going to open the door to the lawyer's office and throw our coin way over in the corner there. That will distract the lawyer's bodyguard, and when he comes in to investigate, we can throw our wrench at the back of his head. If you haven't collected up the wrench or retrieved it after using it, then you can just sneak up behind him and render him unconscious. We're going to collect up everything that he drops, including our wrench and coin, hide his body and place him in the crate. We're also going to take his outfit. This will get us up to the second floor. Now at this point is where I changed my mind about blowing both of my targets up. See, the plan was to blow them both up together in this room.
He made the arrangements. He should bloody well be the one to clean up this whole mess.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Don't kill the messenger, Alexa. Please, continue your efforts, Mr. Ford.
Aaron Ford Jr. calling from Morgan.
So once Mrs. Carlisle and her enforcer bodyguard have left, at this point I am still kind of planning on blowing them both up in this room. Forgetting, of course, that Mrs. Carlisle has a rather long routine. So the plan was to throw one gas cylinder into the room roughly where they were both standing, wait for the lawyer to go back to his business, and then we're going to place the second cylinder. And we're going to place the second cylinder right by the lawyer's chair. Where you place the second cylinder would depend on where the first one landed, but like I said, at this point is where I think to myself, Mrs. Carlisle has a very long routine. You know, she could be quite some time before she comes back down here. So what I eventually decide to do is to blow up the lawyer as planned, but without Mrs. Carlisle present, and we will move on and kill her separately. So I'm in an R-in, thinking to myself, right, she's got to go upstairs, she's got to do this and do that, right, we might as well get rid of the lawyer and move on. So, lawyer taken care of in an explosion accident. So we're 4 for 4. We're going to make our way back out the way we came in, because all the guards are going to be rushing in the main door, which also leaves this area rather less guarded than usual. And we can make our way up to the second floor. Now be aware that there is an enforcer halfway down the corridor here, and Mrs. Carlisle will be in attendance somewhere on this floor, I believe. She is currently in her private office area. Now she's going to make her way over to the bedroom, and we're waiting for the maid you can see on the right there to approach the enforcer. That will then turn him, and we can make our way into Alexa's office and into her private sanctum. And in here we will find a secret entrance to another secret room, and we're going to make our way into that secret room there. Now fortunately, as you noticed, Mrs. Carlisle, Alexa, as we've come to know her, is in the area and has only just left, so we will be waiting for her still to come back to this pink or red lined room. And all we've got to do once she does is shoot her in the head, quickly run out of the secret room, retrieve her body, drag her into the secret room, into the crate provided if you wish, although you don't have to. And then we're just going to wait right here, because Alexa's bodyguard will come a-looking. So you could go out through this door, but it is a lot trickier to get past the enforcer in the corridor. So it's easier to just wait for Alexa's bodyguard. He will make his way into the room, see that Alexa has gone, and think that she slipped past him, and he will head downstairs looking for her. At this point, we are free and clear to just start to make our escape. Now just be aware that if you're going to be running for your escape, you will catch that enforcer up at some point, sooner rather than later. So before we leave Alexa's office, we once again have to wait for the maid on the right here to approach the enforcer. He will then turn, and we can then exit and make our way down the stairs. And as you can see, I am running all the way, and I do encounter the enforcer. There he is. So once he gets to the bottom of the stairs, he goes right, we go left. We're gonna head out the back of the mansion and to our one and only exit, the boat exit, which is why we grabbed the key earlier on. So there we go, one more featured contract taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.